Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing. Okay, hopefully you could hear my voice now. And if you could hear me, just give me a confirmation. I want to just satisfy the requirements of the CFTC. It's important to know that I am not a licensed trade advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. There is considerable risk. You can lose the entire amount that's in your account. Thank you, Marcy. God bless you. Good morning. And we've got a great day today, God willing. We woke up. That's the first step. Amen. And if today's your first time joining us, the AI Auto Trader is a fully automated system. Once the strategies are enabled in the NinjaTrader 8 platform, the system will execute and manage the trades on your behalf. We have a really diversified portfolio of strategies that look at all of the futures index equities, the Dow, the NASDAQ, the E-mini, and the Russell. We diversified out to precious metals with gold and energy with crude oil. And we've got a really exciting system that really the mandate is to follow the flow of institutional money. I've got a couple of Apex accounts. In fact, we're going to start something tomorrow really exciting and new. We've been discussing the new update. Let's take a quick look overnight just to see the overall perspective of the market. You could see overnight we had a huge move up on the E-mini and the NASDAQ. The market doesn't like gaps. So you can see we're getting a bit of a retracement at the bell because that was a tremendous move up. This is midnight, all through the night, straight up. Market open here at 9:30, and we got a bit of a retracement back to fill that gap. So we're going to wait till things kind of settle down. And my strategies, my drones have been running 24 hours and feeding the information to the bots on when the most profitable times of the day to trade are. So when you see one of these bots that says AI bot, that's getting the information from the drone of when to trade and what the average true range of the market is, where to put the stop and profit targets. And starting tomorrow, what I was alluding to is I have a $300,000 account with Apex. And what we're going to do is we're going to trade the full portfolio of strategies and just use the bots, the time optimization with the bots. Last week, the full portfolio was up $4,000 with the time optimization integration. Yesterday, collectively, they all combined were down about 300 or 400, which is a very small drawdown. So what I'm going to do starting tomorrow is I'm going to run the full portfolio of bots that have the time optimization integrated already. And we're going to run them in a $300,000 account. So pre-market, what's on top? Steven is up top. I'm sorry, the ES 5-minute drone is up top. This is the pre-market where we're at. ES signal B is up 450. Crude oil is up 420. The NQ30 signal B bot Now it's important to know that these bots that don't say bot old, but these new bots are what's running on the time optimization. When it took that trade would be interesting to know. In fact, I'll tell you right now when it took the trade. I know we're getting some trading windows in the British Open. The UK Open. And I'm just going to take a look and see when that entry, when we scored on that new bot. And before we get started with the whole portfolio tomorrow, I am going to trade a few of the top strategies in a few other Apex accounts. So let's take a look. Today is September 17th. We are looking at the NQ30 range signal B. That's our Haymaker strategy. The Haymaker runs on a 30 range on the NASDAQ. One of our more exciting strategies. Dirty range bot. Might have been overnight. When did it get that trade? It got that trade at 8 p.m. last night. 8 p.m. Maybe the Asian market. So the drone that's running 23 hours a day fed the bot that trading hour of 8 p.m., which is normally a time that we never in the past took trades. So this is the exciting part about this new integration, is we're going to be able to trade during windows that previously we had no idea were profitable. That 8 p.m. window, we were able to pull in $400 on a beautiful trade, and we could be done for the day. We wake up in the morning with a nice green account, depending on what your profit goals are. Now, why did it take that trade at 8 o'clock? This is why it took it at 8 o'clock. The drone that's feeding it information of when to take trades, what I'm showing you is a time analysis of every half hour of the day. You could see this 8 o'clock bar is the most profitable time that this system has traded the signal B over the last few weeks, over the course of the last few weeks. So the drone told the bot, hey, at 8 o'clock, get ready. This is peak time. This is our window. So the bot executed the trade right at that peak profitable window, and it took a beautiful trade and pulled in $400 or $500. And we're going to do that across every single one of our bots. That's what's really got our team so excited. It was heartbreaking for us to not release it on Friday. But we have to be really careful to make sure everything is fully functional. And out of caution, we postponed it for this week. And to see our entire portfolio last week make over $4,000 with this new integration, it was very rewarding, and we're really anxious to get it to you. You could see my next window is coming up. Um, I'm sure there was one in the strategy here for this 7:30 hour, but coming up at 10:30 a.m., we're going to have another window that signal B just crushes it. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on that signal B bot. I always like to look at the what have you done for me latelys. Crude oil's been hot. Let's take a quick look at crude. Crude's down here. It's been moving up. The price on crude has been ridiculously low. So the signal A got a nice trade up 420. Here's our retirement plan, which runs on a 2-minute. Now the overall trend, like I showed you earlier, the market's been moving up since midnight last night. At the open, we got a little bit of a retracement. Let's see if we continue long. Let's see if the market finds a direction here. Our gold signal A bot. These are the ones to really keep an eye on. Are these ones that end in bot? Not so much bot old. That's where we're coming from. Moving forward, we're looking at these bots, and when these bots are in the green, those are the ones that are leveraging the benefit of our technology. They're realizing the benefit and they're leveraging the new technology. '30 range signal B. Yes, the 30 range signal B, Marcy, was the one that I was mentioning. It found a window at 8 o'clock at night, like 6:30 in the morning, about an hour into the London Open, and then about an hour into the U.S. Open. So it sounds to me like the Asian market, the London market, and the American market, after about an hour after each market opens and it settles down and finds a direction, that signal B strategy on the 30 range is doing really well. So we have a multi-time frame alignment of trend on our 30 range and our 2-minute. They're both still with an upward bias. Let me just take a quick look at the Forex Factory. I know we've got some big FOMC announcements coming out this week. So we're going to keep a close eye on the news reports. Core retail this morning at 8:30, month over month. Let's see what the news was. U.S. industrial production increased 0.8% in August. U.S. retail sales topped Wall Street estimates. So a good report, positive report. Let's see what kind of open positions we have. We currently are in a number of open positions. Our drone, our 30 range drone is in long. It's not our peak window of opportunity, but it is long, and it's learning the market environment. Our drone is running in the background. .30 range. Crude oil is in a long position on our bot, our Signal B bot. Signal B AI bot, crude oil 10 range on October, November. Oh. Okay, it looks like crude oil I have potentially could be on the wrong contract month. What I like to do when there's a discrepancy, I did roll my contracts, by the way, for the index equities. The system trades extremely liquid instruments. Bid-ask spread is minimal. But let's just take a look at crude oil on our volume, October versus November. Let's see where the volume is. It looks like it's pretty evenly split. A slight edge to November. This is contracts per minute. And I'm just looking at where the volume is on crude, comparing October with November. November has the slight edge. And if you are a prop trader, what I can very easily do is I can take my trade copier and I can make a leader account, one of these sim accounts. When you sign up for the AI Auto Trader, we set you up with a separate sim account for each one of our strategies. Every single one of our bots and drones gets a separate account. We developed a special tool that makes this an extremely user-friendly. With the click of a mouse, your entire workspace is set up. Our IT techs will do it for you, show you how to use it. If you're comfortable with it, it's very easy to learn. You could do it on your own, or we could do it for you. But with the trade copier, it gives me the ability to duplicate any one of my sim accounts into an Apex account or whichever prop firm you're trading with. It's very simple to use a trade copier. And any single one of these bots or the full portfolio, which I'm going to start doing tomorrow, you could use a trade copier. And, well, if you were with us yesterday, Mark Miller, who's the owner of Right Line Trading, I've seen him trade 15, 20 accounts at once with the trade copiers. Let's go back to the calendar. What I'm looking at is this Forex Factory calendar for today. You saw this morning we had we had core retail sales. It was a pretty positive report. We have a couple yellow folders. FOMC Logan, Housing Market Index. The ones we really keep an eye on are the orange or red. This looks like it's potentially going to be a huge day on Wednesday, tomorrow. So tomorrow, the FOMC comes out at 2. Govern yourselves accordingly. Could be some big fireworks tomorrow. Going into those big reports, the market has a tendency to go sideways on us. So we're still riding this crude trade up. We've got a 15-tick trailing stop. We're risking 15 to make 90. So we can have very ambitious profit targets because not only do we have a trailing stop, but we also have what we call our profit window. Look at this big sell-off on the 30. Now my 2-minute and my 30 range on the NASDAQ is in agreement. Market structure-wise, we're set up for a short trade. And when we have this multi-time frame alignment, we get some huge moves on this 30 range. Coming into 10 o'clock is our window. Whoops, sorry about that. I'll keep an eye on this ES. The ES just broke below the VWAP. Got a big reversal. That was a textbook signal A entry. Let's keep an eye on the signal B. We're looking for our triangle. When our triangle comes up, that's our market internals indicator. The triangle is telling us, hey, there's a huge disparity between uptick versus downtick. That's one of the ways we follow in the footsteps of large institutional money. So in order for that to happen, this strategy, the ES 5-minute signal B, needs that market internals signal to appear on our chart. Sounds like a great idea, Marcy. Here we go. This could be a signal A. This could be a signal A. Gold is in too. Let's take a look at gold. So tomorrow's a big day. FOMC, 2 o'clock p.m., economic projections, FOMC statement. The elephant in the room is the interest rate cuts. Crude oil has been a hot strategy. Last week our signal B crushed it, up 1,200. AI drone 2,300 on crude. Crude's been hot. Crude's been hot. This is from the 9th to the 17th. Is up $2,300 trading one contract. Very little drawdown. Really nice winning percentage. With our risk to reward ratio, if you're going to win, if we win 58% of our trades, we're all going to be happy. Our average loser's 150, our average winner's 325. So we're looking at just over a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio in our favor and a win rate of just under 60%. Hey, Mike, I'm going to put crude on November in just a moment. I got into this trade in October, and I realized that the volume, you're right, is in November. Thank you. I love having you here because you always make sure I'm on point, and I appreciate that. Ah, here's this pullback and go. Let's see. This is that entry. You see the cross just come in on that signal B. That's gold. Let's put it on the gold bot. Let's see if we can get this entry short on gold. Look at Steven. Steven's coming up. All right, we just hit 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, my signal B's been doing very well on the NASDAQ 30 range. Crude oil on that signal A. Let's see when it's been doing it. If I look at my time optimization, this is what it looks like. A huge window at 9:30 to 10. That's when it took this entry. And then it does very well between 11 and 12. So we just missed this entry on our live account, but we're certainly in it in our sim account. Really likes this 9:30 to 10 window for entries. Market's been very resilient. There are times that the bears come in and push it down, but it's been very resilient. It seems to want to keep popping back up. Our 2-minute on the NASDAQ is, market structure-wise, looks like a short trade. Our 30 range is just getting in alignment for a long trade. A little bit of a disparity there. And our ES is undecided. This is my ES signal B. Starting at 11:30. We got a few little green ones here, but the vast majority of our profits on the ES on that signal B entry, when do they come? They come between 11:30 and 1:30 with a huge spike from 1 to 1:30. So you could see our window of opportunity. 11:30. Our average winning trade, 1120. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Likes the afternoon. Let's keep an eye on the ES. Retirement plan's trying it again. Retirement plan's been hot too. Look at these numbers on the retirement plan. Let me show you the drone first. Look at this. Look at this on the drone. The 2-minute on the retirement plan. This is our window of opportunity. Starting at 10 a.m., this strategy crushes it. Does extremely well. And that's what we're looking at right here. I was speaking with Miss Amy yesterday, who's one of our members, and she really gave us a great idea that shared with the team. Is when we go into these, if we're in a long position like we are now, and it heads straight up into a pivot or an area of support or resistance, and in this case it would be resistance, that the trade automatically exit and take profits. We can have that as a condition. The way we do it now is we lock in, I believe it's 11 or 15 ticks of profit. Once we have, what is it, 50 ticks? 40 ticks? When we get to 50 ticks, it locks in 11, goes to break even plus 11, which is where we should be right now. So worst case scenario, we take a small winner. And if we come within 10 or 20 ticks of our profit target, then our stop's going to pop up and come about 10 or 20 ticks behind price. And it appears we would win a little more than $55. My off the top of my head, I may be off. But this will be interesting to see which way this goes. But the 2-minute retirement plan, this has been red hot recently between 10 and 12:30. Trading 24 hours a day, it was up $3,398. The bot, you can see the bot took 2,600 in winning trades. It took $7,744 in winners, $5,100 in losers. We compare that to the drone, 5,100 in losers. Compare that to the drone, which took 31,000 in losers. So as software developers, really our number one goal with automated systems or with trading in general is to sidestep the losers, filter out the losing trades. Get those out of the equation. And this is how we do it. You can see the drone feeding that information to the bot. We went from losing 31,000 to only taking 5,000 and losing trades. Sometimes it does come at the expense of some of the profits. Now, it hit our profit window on that trade. I saw the stop pop up. Got into our profit window right at resistance, which turned out to be the perfect place for it, it appears. So we took a $450 winning trade right in our peak window of the times to trade the retirement plan. So that's how our technology works. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a bump here. Gold is in a beautiful long trade. Got some upside resistance on the NASDAQ. The E-mini looks like it has some daylight. This one could have legs. This E-mini. ES long. I'm sorry, that's gold. I just switched it. When you see those crosses start coming in, that's a good sign. That means everything, all the conditions are in line for this trade to continue up. Let's see if we can break through this resistance on the NASDAQ. Hey, stroke survivor. Glad to hear you made it, sir. Welcome. This is the AI Auto Trader, and what we're doing is we're running our fully automated strategies. The system is unique in the regard that we've integrated AI technology, artificial intelligence, into the system. And it's important to understand, if you want an understanding of how they work, is I have a recording of a webinar that I recently did that I'll share with you. But to give you the short version, the Cliff Notes, is each one of our bots, the bot is the one that we trade, has associated with it a drone. They both take trades in tandem. The drone is static. It doesn't change its settings. It has a very ambitious profit target and a very loose stop. And when it takes the trades in tandem with the bot, they both share a database. And it tells the bot what the average true range of the market is. It also tells it what time of the day it has the best likelihood of being profitable. And the bot will dynamically change the inputs in your settings without you doing anything. It will adjust the position of your stop and profit targets, and it will also adjust the times that it executes trades, all based on current market conditions and historical trade performance. So it's a system that optimizes itself automatically. And what we're watching, Steve, is the full portfolio of strategies taking automated entries. Our signal B bot, this is the time it loves. Steven's off and running. So if I wanted to use the signal B, I really think this might come back and retest. I'm referring to the NASDAQ. On the NASDAQ, Steve, we have two time frames. The bottom right is our 30 range, which is a little faster than our 2 minute. Our 2 minutes on the top right, both looking at the NASDAQ. And it's coming back up to retest this area of resistance. So if I wanted to capitalize and copy the trade to my Apex account, what I can do is I can make that NQ30 range AI bot my leader account, and I'll put in a follower account, 37 and 38. Unfortunately, I'm a little late to the party because it took a trade. So the AI bot is in. It was in. Okay, we may have a problem here. I could be on the wrong data series. Yeah. I see I'm in September. I see the problem now. My charts might say December, but some of my strategies rolled and some didn't. Okay, I'm going to flatten everything. I need to roll I thought I had rolled them earlier. Let me just make sure all my strategies are rolled. For some reason, NinjaTrader gave me a little bit of a glitch here. So I just rolled my contracts, and I want to make sure that all of my strategies now are in December, which they are, except for crudes in November. Now to enable them, I'm simply going to left click and drag and select enable. So now all of my strategies are enabled. Now that they're all enabled and they're on the right contract month, this was contract rollover. It was actually yesterday, but we usually wait a day for the volume to revert to the new contract month. This is in consolidation right here. So I'm going to hold off on the Apex. I'm just going to wait I'm really excited to trade the full portfolio. That's really, that's always been our goal with this system, is to have a diversified portfolio that you just enable, you go about your business, and have it be completely passive income. I think that's the spirit of an automated system, and we're really excited that this is going to be, a powerhouse, this whole portfolio. That retirement plan is very tempting. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with the 2-minute AI bot. It's just been so red hot. I can't overlook it. It's all over my leaderboard. So I'm going to make my leader account the 2-minute AI bot. And I'm going to follow it. I have two $50,000 Apex accounts that I'm going to follow it. So if this bounces off resistance and takes a short roll, we're going to be in a short position on that NASDAQ. So I'm playing the roll off of resistance. And I'm taking into consideration when I make this decision is what my leaderboard looks like. On the very top, 3 out of my top 4 out of my top 6 or 7 strategies are the 2-minute on the retirement plan. Now, soon you're not going to have to make these decisions. It's just going to be automatic. So looking at my leaderboard of how the strategies are trading this morning, and then going back and looking at my trade performance, I see over the last 5 or 6 sessions, I'm up $2,600 on this strategy. And when does it happen? It happens right here at 10 to 11. So I'm going with the odds of what's been working, and I'm taking this short entry. I want to give it just a little bit of room here, not too much. Let's see if it can mature to the downside. There's a lot of buying pressure is the problem. But we'll give it a try. You can see my Laguerre, my RSI line and my Laguerre. Momentum now is dipping to the downside. And my goal right now is to get within my, I'm going to take just a little risk since I moved my stop. I'm going to just take it off. And my goal is to get to my break even plus 11 or 15 right now. I want to get all the risk off. In order for that to happen, I think I need to go up about 250 on the trade. I'm not a huge fan of counter trend trades, um, but this strategy's been so hot. I couldn't resist. That's a good question, Dan. There's 6 instruments. Now, there's 2 ways we could do it. We could trade. The question is how big of an account do we need to trade the whole portfolio? And the answer, we could trade either micros or we could trade minis. For micros, I think you'd be safe with about a $2,500 account. For the minis, you want to be able to absorb a drawdown. You don't want to underfund the account. So I would think an account of 7,500 to 10,000 for the minis would be more than enough. Everything just jumped in long on that move up. I was in a counter trend position on the retirement plan. You could see the system just jumped in on the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, and crude all long. I think we're going to get the break of resistance here. The strategy that's hot is this one right here. We're going to stick with the trend trade and look for this break of resistance. It's got quite a bit of upside resistance here. Rao says retirement plan is his favorite. Not my favorite either, Mike. I always get really nervous with those counter trend trades. I'm kind of a trend trader, but I'll tell you, it's been having so much success lately. Um, Left to my own devices, I can really muff things up pretty on a grand scale. Looking for this upside push. The E-mini wants to keep running. We've got this major area of resistance on the NASDAQ. Still in October on crude. Very frustrating. I thought I had rolled the contract. I'm still on October in crude. We're in a beautiful trade. The Dow is still in September. Uh, I'm really sorry. I thought I had fixed it, and it's not fixed. I'm wondering why I don't see the trades on my chart. And the reason is my strategies didn't roll. Some of them did, some of them didn't. The Russell one-day pass scored today. RTY one-day pass. We have prop trading templates that are specifically designed to get you over the hump on a one-day pass. Here we go. We're kind of stuck in a very narrow ranging market here. Let me try to roll these over. Maybe this needs to be checked. So now we're in December. I don't know why they kept changing on me. Crude is in November. Look, here are my witnesses. We've got every contract rolled. And we're just going to highlight them all. Now, if you're joining us the first time, I just want you to know that I've duplicated all of my drones. One is running the new technology, one's running the old. So if you were to come aboard, you wouldn't have as many of those strategies as you just saw. I don't want to scare you. We're only trading in a live account. We're only really going to be trading our bot. Our bot. The bot is the one that's dynamically changing based on market conditions and the trading session, the hours that it trades. They're always going to be changing. We got the E-mini. Looks like it's dipping right back down to the VWAP. I've got this strategy here that you see on this chart. It's the 30 range haymaker. I've got that one's copied to my Apex account. I'm looking for a short roll here to the downside. I had a big move overnight, and we've pretty much been sideways since the bell rang. So not an ideal trading environment for the NASDAQ. I think tomorrow afternoon the fireworks show begins. You know, it's a question of how many basis points they'll. Here we go. We actually got in. Don't know why it's not showing on my chart. Maybe it's on November. The craziest thing I've ever seen. So you can see I'm in the trade on the 30 range signal B bot. But it's got me scared thinking I'm in the wrong contract month. Yep, September. Boy. Ninja Trader, a little frustrated because what happened was I rolled my contracts twice. You're my witness. I rolled my contracts twice, and it still reverted back to September. Not exactly sure why. They all went back to September. Hmm. Let's see what this volume looks like on September. Looks very low. Yeah, I got to get off September. This is no good. In this case, what I'm going to have to do is manually. This might be a little painful, and I apologize. I just need to get the contract month. Now it went back to December. This is a little strange. This is. I can assure you that this isn't our system that does this. It's definitely a Ninja Trader issue. We want to make sure that all of these are on December, and I see they keep reverting back to September. Uh, just rolling my contract month. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Okay. Every single one is rolled. I'm going to put in a support ticket to. First, I'll ask Sergio and Charles to take a look. Sometimes two sets of eyes are better than mine, better than one. Now it automatically just went back to September. I'm not sure what's causing that. I'm kind of stuck in September, I guess. It is a beautiful time of the year. Ah, now we're getting this push up again. Holy moly. I'm tempted just to trade October and in September. Oh man. When it pops through that upper band there of resistance, I don't want to miss it. I got fear of missing out. Big time. Oh. All right, let me see what it does here if I enable these now. They stayed. So I guess you have to manually roll these. Here it goes. It's pushing through. Watch for that break of resistance. There it goes. Darn. Oh, man. A bit painful to watch, and I apologize. We're almost there, I think. Think of that Earth, Wind, and Fire song, September. Oh, here we go. I think I got this trade, actually. Yep, I do. Let's see if we can get some follow through the upside. Push on up, baby. Okay. Came back and got us. Okay, my contracts are almost rolled once and for all. Let's go to the YM on December. Okay, we're back in business. Our ES Signal B drone is in. Let's take a look. It's right up here. Should have taken a long trade here. We are above the VWAP. We have very little risk on the trade. Very little. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it used to be with Ninja that you would have to manually change all of your strategies, but then it was working to where you could just, hit that roll button and it would change in your strategies, which it did. But the weird thing is once I enabled them, they switched right back to September. That I haven't seen before. That's a new one. So in the future, I'll follow your instructions, Mike. Thank you. Oh, that signal A entry on the 30 range looks really juicy. Nice pullback to the 50 to support. Let's see if we get this continuation up. This is a Dan Benjamin. This is Dan's trade. The pull back and go. This is a textbook signal A entry. The only problem is this upside resistance. All right, so the environment is a little rugged today, and I think that should be expected with the FOMC meeting. I think it's a prelude to what's to come tomorrow morning. There's just a tremendous amount of anticipation to see what the Feds do with the interest rate cuts. Historically, on those days, the market is just very ranging. But if today's your first day, make sure you come back and join us, because starting tomorrow, we're going to run the full portfolio of strategies. Somebody had asked Dan. Dan had asked the size of the account. For that one, what I did was I just went with a prop account, Dan. I got the $300,000 prop account. I think it allows for a $6,000 or $7,000 drawdown, if I remember correctly. So it's really, they say it's a $300,000 account. In reality, it's a $6,000 account. Whatever your drawdown is, that's the size of your account. You know, a 50. I like how they call it a 50,000 account, but if you lose 2,500, you blew your account. Well, what happened to the other 47,500? I thought I got a. That's what Gary, one of our members, Gary, he paid for the PA account, a $50,000 PA account, and brought the account down to 47.5. And he called and asked, you know, when are they going to reset my account? When do I get the rest of my money? The check certainly wasn't in the mail. That's for sure. So you have the size of your prop account is really the size of your drawdown. So with the $300,000 account, I think my drawdown $6,000 or $7,000. So starting tomorrow, we're going to do the full portfolio, and it'll be really exciting to see how it does. There goes the retirement plan again. The Bulls just won't let this happen. This strategy at this time of day has been red hot, but you know, again, it's a counter trend trade, and the market's been very resilient. Had a good economic report yesterday. We have interest rates about to get cut. You know, but those are our opinions and biases. The system really trades just the technicals. And technically, without any human emotion, it lined up for a short right here. Momentum shifted, and some sellers came in, and the bot is trying to capitalize on it. I'm also in a trade on the 30 range signal B. Let's see how this one looks. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I've got this one on my copier. So I'm hoping it matures to the downside here. See if I can get back in the game. Come on down. Couldn't get follow through in the past. Let's see if it takes a dive now. Can really use this one. Come on down. Yeah, the Bulls just won't let it happen. Push on down. Maybe. Maybe we get some follow through here. We got a 50-tick trailer. So we're giving it as much room as we possibly can. Never is a straight road to the profit target, is it? Come on, push on down. Push on down. Some follow through here, the downside. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Let's hit our profit window now. Push on down. Get in our profit window. There you go. All right. Nice trade. Waiting for that one. Signal B might jump right back in. So that's when the risk to reward ratio really pays off for us. We pulled in a few losers. We stuck to our game plan. And we came back. A big spike in volume. Big spike. So that haymaker strategy's up $935. And the 2-minute retirement plan scored too. You can see above that counter trend trade scored as well on that big push down. And here goes crude oil. So the bots really give us a significant advantage over the other retail traders. Let's see if the E-mini breaks the VWAP. If the E-mini breaks the VWAP, we could get a little ride down here. A further bigger ride down, I should say. We're finally on the November contract on crude. Got a full winner on the haymaker. The YM 1-day pass just scored. Really time optimized very well. We have that template timed out. And at the most opportune time, the Dow, the YM, just scored. Let's take a quick look. In the background, our prop trading templates to get you over the hump of the evaluation. You can see the beautiful trade, the beautiful short entry that it took. Market structure-wise, it's just picture perfect. Comes down, goes right at our profit target limit. Beautiful trade on the Dow. Crude oil is maturing nicely. Crude oil's in a monster on the Signal A. That's our Signal A bot too. The Signal A bot is what we're going to be trading. Those regular bots is what we're going to be trading the whole portfolio on. There it goes again. The haymaker's popping up to the upside. No follow through there. There goes the signal A. The haymaker's in. Let's take a look at this haymaker trade. This is one of our most exciting strategies. I always love watching these trades. This is our haymaker, which is it's an identical strategy to the one that we just hit the full winner on. A 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio with some really great trade management features in it. We can go to break even plus or minus. We could trail the trade. We could put in a profit window. We've got several ways to lock in profits and go for the home run at the same time. Getting those home run trades mixed into the equation is more important than you might think. That's what keeps our risk to reward ratio leaned in our favor. Without those home runs, we need a very high win rate, which is very difficult to do. So we've got some great trade management features. We've integrated some pattern recognition that knows what formations will happen before a reversal and exit the trade immediately. I'm going to kind of sit firm with where I am. I'm okay with this. On a day like today where the market's a little jumpy, right before the Fed announcement, I'm going to stick with my $200 profit across both of my accounts, and I'll do it. I'll try to do it again tomorrow. So the AI technology is really these bots, and those are the ones we're going to focus our attention on moving forward. The Signal B bot is the one that I was trading on my Apex account. And that's the one that's up 770. Yeah, there's the master spreadsheet, Mike. But remember, you can find that information on the master spreadsheet to answer your question. But remember, the trading sessions, right now it's a moot point because you don't have the update. But when we do release it, and I'm got my fingers and toes and everything else crossed for this Friday, it's going to automatically adjust. So your trading session hours could be at any time. It's all going to be based on historical performance. It seems to like an hour after the London Open, the Asian Open, and the American Open. Looking at it, it lets those major markets open, and it waits about an hour, and then all of a sudden it spikes in profits. So this is a system that once you enable it, will trade those peak times without any intervention on your part. Let's just take a look for today, out of curiosity, where we are. Today's been a tough day with the with the big FOMC coming out tomorrow. After commissions, we're up about $200 with the full portfolio. This is what I'm looking at. I've checked off only the bots that move dynamically. The signal A and B on the crude, the signal A bot and the signal B bot on the E-mini. The gold, signal A and B. All of them combined, all of our bots, right now for the session after commissions, we're up $200. We're up 200. We've got some of our best windows of opportunity coming up, which will continue right up until the session break at 5 p.m. Now this haymaker at any time can pull in a monster at any time. And we've got a few trades that are still unrealized gains that I'm looking at on the bots. So you have a few different ways that you can leverage the system. You could trade the whole portfolio, or you could pick the 2 or 3 best instruments and trade those. Let's see if we can get some legs here on this NASDAQ. To prevent that, Mike, I think what I'm going to do, because we don't want to get into a conflicting position, is using that 50 signal on my signal A's. If I ensure every time that I'm taking a trend trade, the A's and the B's will never be in conflict. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go haymaker. Those are all valid points that we have to consider. Trading a prop account. There's some, benefits and drawbacks to trading a prop account. When you trade a live account, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. But you do have to worry about losing your own capital, where with a prop account, they're a little more stringent on the rules, but you're never in danger of losing your own money. The 2-minute 1-day pass scored. The Russell 1 day pass, the YM 1 day pass hit, the Russell 1 day pass hit. So 3 out of the 6 hit. I usually say it's about 40%. Today it was 50. I might have been on the wrong contract month, but on the Russell, but I hit it. Love to see this haymaker trade go all the way. Crude looks like it's bouncing off the 50, going to give us a little heat. Okay, crude came back where we got a nominal small gain on that trade. We're still in the haymaker. We're looking for a monster here. Get in our profit window. Get in our profit window. Now, if it gets within 10 or 15 ticks, you're going to see my stop. I'm referring to this trade here. You'll see my stop fly up and lock in these profits. It's still giving it 50 ticks of wiggle room. So it could potentially come back $250 right now. Once it gets into our profit window, we're locking in additional profits. We're very close. A little more. One more push. Got these nice hammers. These candles here are hammers. And they're headed up, bullish. One more push up. Don't come back now. Okay, the B signal B bot up 1165. Boom, that's just put our portfolio up. Our full portfolio is up $1,000. $1,000 trading every instrument. The bot, all of our bots, signal B, signal A. These are all time optimized strategies that everything is moving dynamically. The Russell signal A has not traded yet. It's not up in my filter yet. But every other bot has traded today, with the exception of the Russell signal B. So full portfolio up 1,000, trading 6 instruments simultaneously. Our win rate 40%. Our average winner is 2 to 1, 224 to 105. So if we can win 40% of our trades, we're going to make a mint on a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Max drawdown 1,100. Not too shabby. And this is where we're headed with this system. Let me tell you, right now, this new integration, I've just been running it a few weeks. As it accumulates more and more data, this thing is going to become even more efficient and powerful. We're just scratching the surface on this. This machine learning technology is hungry for data. So it'll be very, very interesting to see moving forward the portfolio that this system will create for you automatically. And, we're talking about, fully passive income. I haven't put a finger, except for rolling the contracts. I haven't touched a stop, a loss, a profit target. No human intervention. Last week, the full portfolio made 4,000. Retirement plans back in. Retirement plans up 1,100. Rao loves the retirement plan. Here we go. We're back in on our bot. Our bot wants to run up the score. Let me tell you, when this strategy gets hot, there's no stopping it. It'll get to the profit limit in a hurry. When that market starts trending and the NASDAQ starts flying in one direction or the other, this is a strategy that will really run up the score. 1,200. We'll take it. Full portfolio up 1241. So we're off and running. I'm really excited to get the to get that account running with all of the strategies simultaneously. And you know what, Mike? There might be some hiccups that I'm sure we'll be able to resolve. If you have a live account, none of those things that you had mentioned even come into play. And believe me, that's what's in the back of my mind. This retirement plan is dying to get in a short trade. Watch how this strategy manages this trade. It's got two different positions for the stop. You'll see it lock in profits in two different occasions if it goes all the way. You can see my stop is back here. This is my stop. My profit target's down here. It's in a short position. This is the drone. This is not the bot. If the system has marked this trading session time to be one that is consistently profitable, then the bot will also be in the trade. If it's not one of our most profitable windows, it will not be in the trade. It is in the trade. So it does recognize this time frame as being one of the most profitable times to trade the retirement plan. Oh, it's 11:24. All right, we'll let this trade play out, and then we're going to wrap it up. Really great day of trading. I'm really looking forward to when the market is trending nicely and we can run up the score. Today was kind of a bit of a choppy day. I would call it a ranging market. We had a few small moves, but it certainly wasn't a trending market. And I think our results will be much better when the market isn't so rangy. All right, well, that wraps it up for today. Where we left off, I'll show you the full portfolio where we are. We just went down with that loser to plus 753. Now, keep in mind, in the strategy parameters, you could put a profit target, a daily profit target for the whole account. So if you're trading them all in one account, and if it reaches $1,000 for the day and you want to call it a day, the system will automatically stop trading. So depending on what your not only your profit goal is, but also your risk tolerance. If you don't want to lose more than 300 or 500 or whatever your risk tolerance is, you set the loss limit, and once the account hits that, the system will shut down and stop trading. The same holds true with the profit target. If your profit goal is $1,000 a day, you would have been done for today. You would have reached it. So something to keep in mind, capital preservation is so important with this. I'm really letting this run wide open to accumulate as much data as possible. But if it was a live account or funded account, like I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to set a clear profit and loss limit. I think on the account size that I'll be trading, I'll think about it overnight. But we'll certainly put a loss limit and profit target to where it will stop trading once one of those is reached. The E-mini's trading right down. Thanks, Stephen. The E-mini going straight down into that VWAP. Let's see if our bot took the trade, out of curiosity. No. The bot did not take it. This isn't the time for the bot. It's just not a very profitable time. But we continue to accumulate data with the drone. These times can change. And this system will dynamically, automatically change the times of the profit sessions. So it's a really exciting system, and I hope tomorrow that you'll come back and join us so we can go over the results of the full portfolio of strategies. All right. I hope everybody has a blessed rest of your day. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.